Welcome to Salpointe Catholic High School. Jason Miller along with Morgan Campbell. It's the season opener here. Salpointe in 4A hosting, and it's going to get Bobcats from 5A making the trek over here for a 6 o'clock start. We're about 4 minutes into the match, scoreless. There was an early 4A by Salpointe, and we'll see if we can see numbers from here, Morgan. You said that the Lancers have brand new uniforms that they just pulled out of the box minutes ago.
Yes, literally. They just got them from the shop just a couple hours before JV started, so they're excited to wear these new kits.
There's an interesting dynamic. I guess we'll cut right to the chase here. Tony Torres, year one from the Seneca Bobcats. His wife is the assistant coach for the Lancers, Sue Musa Torres, one of the legends. And their head coach, Kelly Pierce, also a soccer legend here. Back-to-back state championships. We'll talk about that right up front. The Lancers losing 1-0 in the finals of the Brandon Bean Kickoff Classic to Ironwood Ridge. So the Lancers, we know they're stacked, they're formidable. They have fans that come out here just for girls soccer. So it should be a great match here tonight. Good hustle there, Sadie Guzman from the Cats, chasing that one down, a long ball that will be a goal kick here. Bobcats have a freshman goalkeeper, Adriana Pacheco. Goal kick, nice header there by Salpointe. And some early stress here, and Sadie Guzman so deft with the left foot, able to clear it. She's very poised, is the senior Sadie Guzman.
Yes, definitely years of practice to get there.
And this is a stalwart defensive front that we're looking at here. The Bobcats of Seneca in the Brandon Bean tournament did not give up a goal. They lost in PK shootout to Mountain View 4-3 on Friday morning. They played at 8:30, which is atypical.
Yeah, it's before school starts on a normal Friday, so for the girls it was really early.
Do you think any jitters here for Seneca playing at Salpointe, knowing that they're playing the back-to-back state champions?
Yeah, they did have a little bit of jitters when we were warming up, but other than that, they know that they have to go out and play hard and show who they actually are. So.
All right, so I'll give you the lineup here for the Cats. Adriana Pacheco at keeper, Talia Williamson at right outside back, Emma Figueroa, the junior, at center back, and then Sadie Guzman, number 6, the senior, at the left center back, and then Jordan Singleton, the freshman, getting the start here tonight because Peyton Middleton, is out sick. I think she has a virus. She didn't take her full dose of antibiotics, so that's why she's not out here tonight. And I'm sorry that I laughed about that, but it's important to take all your antibiotics. And Peyton Middleton is a great player. A very physical player, strong leg, skilled, intelligent, very physical as well. So her presence certainly missed here tonight, but the Cats still have a very strong defensive line there. Mia Torres, the daughter of Sue and Tony, is the defensive center back, defensive mid. And then in the center, you have Haley Harris, the senior, one of the captains, Riley Bonner at the other side, and then Maddie White's at the right wing, Giselle Mata at left wing, and then Molly Hester, the sophomore, a transfer from Pennsylvania, and I think you said earlier today she's a baller, and that's me quoting you.
She's literally a baller. She's so good technically. She's always right where the ball is there. The ball is always at her feet, and she's an incredible shot.
These poor coaches, they're probably, this is going to be the longest 45 minutes of their season for them, listening to me jib-jab behind them here. Any takeaways here from the first early action here as Salpointe in transition now with a good chance. A little eager there. Chloe Ziegler, the sophomore, number 99. So 99 is a popular number now in sports. I don't know if you've seen this happening or not.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird because usually numbers don't go above 30.
I think Wayne Gretzky was like the first 99, and then Aaron Judge is 99, and there are more 99s out there in sports. I think when Manny Ramirez went to the Dodgers, he wore 99 as well. So we're seeing more 99s out there with these players, and for Salpointe, Chloe Ziegler is representing the sophomore, number 99. We'll talk about Salpointe's other players here on the field. I've got to just kind of circle some starters here and try to figure out who's who and who's where. A lot of moving pieces here. 8 minutes into the action here from Salpointe. It's a season opener. The Lancers of 4A, back-to-back state champs, and the Cats from Seneca making the trek over here. JV, it was Salpointe 2-0 over Seneca earlier here tonight, or this afternoon, I guess. I don't imagine, Morgan, a lot of these girls play club soccer with each other, so I'm sure a lot of them are friends and very familiar with each other. So we have know if you can call it a friendly today between these two teams, but certainly both squads want to win. They have PowerPoint implications involved with this, so it would be beneficial to both teams, and certainly to start off the regular season in a positive note and also continue the positive momentum that both these schools and both of these teams showed at the Brandon Bean Kickoff Classic. Oh, I want one. I want that ball. All right. I'm going to get one. That ball cleared, maybe about 3 or 4 yards over my head here, but at baseball games, I want a foul ball. Soccer matches, I want to get a little touch. Basketball, whatever.
It'll probably come this way eventually.
I think so. All right, I'm going to start circling numbers here from Salpointe, so I can start calling girls' names and not just looking at, the numbers are not here. Okay, 14.
There's 23, Grace Kaufman.
Good call.
She's a D1 commit. Number 7, Catalina.
Catalina Alvarado, good.
Yes. Another
senior. A lot of seniors on this squad and a lot of juniors. So an upperclassman laden squad here for the Lancers. Oh, nearly there, ball in transition. And the Cats had a potential run there with Haley Harris and her teammate, Savannah Schaffner, inadvertently volleying that one back the other direction. But there was a good chance there. It looked like Sadie was trying to set her up to go. Bobcats last year, 11-5-3 under Amber Bender, and she really resurrected this girls' program. And now Tony Torres, and it's good to see Hector Camacho. Yes. I knew Hector was back as a coach, an assistant coach, the goalkeeper's coach. Very steady, calming presence there.
Yes, for sure. He always just knows what to tell the goalkeepers. He's an excellent goalkeeper coach.
So Tony trying to take these Cats to the next level. A little bit of contact there, inadvertent. And Talia Williamson looks fine. Boy, she's got bright fluorescent green, tennis ball green cleats out there. You can't miss her.
They're brand new,
Here's one, heads up. All right, so we've got a header coming off here near side toward us. And that one was off of Molly Hester, that dynamite freshman.
So good.
I'm just waiting for something here. I know she's at that striker position, number 19. A lot of players wear 19 who are just superb, and she's one of them. Seems like both teams here pretty poised, trying to do what they do. String together a series of passes here and moving forward, but also utilizing open space and spreading the field out very wide here.
Yes.
Salpointe Catholic High School, a powerhouse in girls and boys soccer. Wolfgang Weber.
Just with any sport, really.
Yeah, in every sport, exactly. Another chance there, Guzman trying to clear it, and then it looks like Jordan Singleton is able to clear so successfully. So it'll be a throw in here for Salpointe. And we're 12 minutes into the match, scoreless here.
Trying to shoot.
Maybe a little ambitious there from way outside. About 30 yards out. And the Cats have Riley Bonner, the junior midfielder, set to check in. And it feels a little chilly. Like, I know it's not cold, Morgan, but I think the temperature here is in the mid-50s here, 55 degrees. I was actually overdressed. I had to shed one layer. I had like a polar fleece vest underneath my down jacket. Ball off of Mia, and now Talia chasing back here will play the keeper. Good idea. Adriana Pacheco with a kick, and a little bit of a header there from Mia Torres. And now Salpointe able to reclaim possession. Catalina Alvarado is looking for her teammate, Ellie Kearney. Throwing for Talia Williamson. Good joust there. Won by Adriana Carranza. Plays it back here to Catalina Alvarado. Alvarado goes the other side. Good idea. A little bit too much power there. Oh, that's a really touchy call. scarcely leaning on the other player, like just maybe a fingertip on there. So the referee there, a very close call. You heard some groans here, which I agree with, from the Salpointe coaching bench here, and the crowd up in the stands. Back in action here. Haley Harris, nice pass here and a shot! And a goal for the Cats! Molly Hester.
I told you.
On cue from downtown. Way outside.
I told you Molly's a baller.
Wow. I didn't realize she had that kind of range.
Excellent shot all the time.
Haley Harris, a very easy touch pass to her right. And that shot was out from about 25 yards and blasted into the top third of the net. So no chance there for the keeper to make that one. The Cats strike first here in minute 14. Haley Harris the assist, and Molly Hester on the goal. My goodness. As advertised, Morgan, you gave me the inside information here, and I couldn't wait to see her, and that was, I think, maybe her first touch here tonight.
Yep, definitely one of her first.
And another touchy call there, very touchy here from the head official there in the center. And the Cats will have a direct kick. And that is Haley Harris, right?
Yes,
okay.
That is Haley Harris taking the kick.
It's hard for me to see here from across the way. I don't want to say it's foggy out here, but there is a bit of maybe some dampness, moisture in the air.
Oh, Courtney Cahill. Yeah, Courtney Cahill's taking the kick.
All right, and Harris now is moving up here, making a run toward the goal. They're going in her direction. Mia with a pass here. Some pressure here on the defense and cleared out nicely. Cats able to keep things under control, and that's played off of the Lancer. Courtney Cahill there with a blast, and will go out of bounds for a Cat throw-in.
Good job, Carson.
Usually, Morgan, we're in the catbird seat way up top.
Yeah.
Unable to access power here tonight at Salpointe, so we're down on the field level, which I actually enjoy. I'm never down this close to the action, so it's a different perspective. You can't see really all the pieces moving on the chessboard out here, but we have a different vantage point, and I like to be close to the action. So 16 minutes in, standing up 1-0.
Kick by Grace Kaufman. D1, she just committed.
Do you know where she's going, where she's committing to play?
I believe it's Boise State.
I wonder if they play on blue turf like the football team does. Have you seen Boise State's football team? They have blue turf.
I think they do. I think they do the same feeling.
It's audacious. Oh, we got a run here from Salpointe, and then nicely cleared here by Sadie Guzman. Now a shot and a goal. Well, there's the answer. It appeared to have been cleared. We'll get a number here on the player, but that was very similar.
Number 20, I think it's
Kate Connolly.
Yes.
Kate Connolly, the senior there. So Kate Connolly striking back, and it was very similar to Cienega's Molly Hester.
Yeah, she plays on the SC Tucson team with Talia and Haley Harris. So it's definitely a little bit of rivalry there.
Okay, say that again. She plays with Haley Harris and who else on club?
Talia Williamson.
What club team do they play for?
FC Tucson.
FC Tucson.
The 0001 APL team.
I missed TSA.
It's
The TSA just rolls off the tongue easier. Salpointe now back in transition, and the Bobcat defense now under a lot of stress. Nicely played back here. Anissa Fernandez applying some pressure there from the left wing for the Lancers. So tied at 1. In the 14th minute, it was Molly Hester. In the 17th minute, it was Kate Connolly answering back. Very similar looking goals from distance with a lot of power and velocity on them, going in both cases kind of like upper third toward the right side of the goal.
Yeah, Kate also committed just the last signing day to Seattle Pacific, which I believe is D1 as well.
And that one from way outside just clears the crossbar. So you heard the fans behind us say, oh, very excitedly like, oh, it's close. So they're feeling it here. And the action, the tempo is picking up.
First the ball, Lancers.
Ball skips out of bounds. Be a throw in here for Salpointe. Oh, Emma Kinnison there on the throw in. And correct me if I'm wrong here, Morgan, but it looks like Catalina Alvarado is playing at that midfield position there, the offensive midfield position.
Yeah, which is strange because she doesn't usually play that for club. So I practice with her club team, and she plays right wing or left wing. Sometimes right back, sometimes left back. It just depends.
So
it's weird seeing her
at that
middle.
Offensive mid position. Oh, there's a shot that just whistles wide to the left, and very difficult to tell from our angle here, but it's very close. Going far side to near corner, and it just skated past. So now Salpointe here applying more pressure, getting better chances. Haley plays it off her foot here.
There's Kat.
Nice defense there from Maddie Whites, and it was played off of her by Anissa Fernandez, sophomore number 22.
And I used to play with her sister. She used to be on my team. So. It's weird seeing all these people I know.
You have a lot of connections.
Yes.
All right, the Bobcats here getting ready to have 3 subs coming onto the pitch.
Ali, Mac, and Ilana. So these are all offensive players.
All right, Mackenzie Johnson, number 22, the sophomore. Ilana Melton, number 1, the freshman. And Ali Tao,
yes,
the sophomore, number 7. So 3 offensive subs coming in here, maybe to apply a little bit more pressure on Salpointe and get the ball out of Sienaga's defensive half of the field.
Just some fresh legs. He's probably going to do a lot of substitutions.
Talia to Ilana.
Nice.
Salpointe now in transition. Bobcats scrambling back here defensively, and a pass just slightly off here. Kate Connolly to Maddie Lights. Maddie goes line here. Good idea, a little bit too strong.
Grace Kaufman, incredibly fast. Good player all around.
Chance here now. Salpointe applying some pressure. Nice centering pass. Very dangerous. Through the box. A beautiful centering pass there from the left wing. Very dangerous.
Text Chance, it's actually holding steady tonight.
Lancers here more frequently putting a lot of pressure, having some great looks and great chances, just going past the goal. And we're in minute number 22 of action. We're tied 1-1.
Nice.
The Lancers able to find some connections here on the left wing, and they've been able to make some runs and give and goes back and forth here, kind of in the center, kind of like by the hash or where the numbers are, out to the boundary here near side, and then the player on the left wing, or the players, have been able to center it across it very dangerously here.
Yeah, Talia is still recovering. She had a knee injury a couple years ago, but it's like starting to hurt again, so.
Little aches and pains?
Yeah, she was icing it yesterday at practice, so.
And that was Grace Kaufman-Fuller, 23, the senior, on the throw-in earlier. And now the Cats going back to the bench here. Brinley Lorenko is coming in here, and she is a freshman. So one of, I think, 4 freshmen here on the Bobcat roster. And then, Morgan, feel free to chime in here and give us some attributes of the players that have just subbed in here. Ilana Melton, Allie Towell, Mac Johnson, and Brinley Lorenko.
So Ian Brinley, they're both on Tony's club team.
Okay. FC Tucson also.
Yes, also FC Tucson. Mackenzie Johnson is also on FC Tucson. So we have a lot of FC Tucson players.
Right.
I think almost everyone on the field right now is an FC Tucson player except Allie. I'm not sure what club she plays for, but they're pretty much all FC Tucson.
And we know Salpointe has deep ties with FC Tucson, Wolfgang Weber, and the ladies coaches as well. That one just cleared over. That's from way outside here. That's about 40 yards out. So we see the leg strength here of a couple of these players, and that one was blasted
By Grace.
By Grace again. Kaufman Fuller, 23, the senior. Wow. So
I know her personally. So
you have to be
like,
you have to be wary anywhere apparently from 40 yards in.
yeah, so a little bit of rivalry between Kat and Haley. They used to be teammates, like best of friends. So they're playing against each other tonight, and it's kind of weird for them.
Can we call them frenemies?
Yes.
But mutual respect here.
Yeah.
Right. No animosity. There's no bad feelings
not
here.
at all.
Boy, Alana Melton are those peach-colored cleats?
Yes.
I'm a sucker.
Those are also new.
I'm a sucker for colors. I just have to say here, I see turquoise, tennis ball green, yellow, orange, red, silver, and teal, and now peach. Those peach cleats, I want those.
Yeah, both T and E got new cleats just during the Walden Grove tournament. So
Adidas, I think, there, Alana
yes.
Melton.
They are Adidas, and then Talia's are Nike.
Still the preeminent brand in soccer, Adidas?
It's kind of hard to say.
Adidas
I mean,
and Nike, between those two brands, right?
Yeah. A lot of people appeal to Nike because of Ronaldo, but Messi does with
Adidas.
Adidas.
Yes.
Yeah, so
My son has both cleats. He's got the Ronaldos, and he also has the Messis.
I actually had both, but now I just stay with Nikes.
Nice. So we'll see Talia here try to venture in, make some forays onto offense a little bit, and then a lot of pressure on her. She's going to have to drift back here.
So the Cats are just going to look to connect passes and get all the way up and then score.
But it seems like they've been having, a little bit more difficult time kind of stringing these combinations together. Here's a run here, a lot of pressure from Salpointe. Nice job there from Sadie Guzman. So good on defense. A very strong player back there on that back wall.
She's so fast, too.
And powerful. She's able
really
to clear
shows.
with strength. And after high school, she's finished playing soccer, I believe.
Yes.
Which is surprising to me because there's no doubt that she could play at the next level.
I mean, she got busy with the JTED program, so.
Right. She's in that medical path.
Yes.
She wants to be a medical assistant. Is that the path that she wants to continue in?
Oh, it looks like Talia's injured.
Oh, boy. It looks like she's in a bit of pain here. So you were saying it, which knee was it for her?
I believe it. Yeah, it's her right knee.
Grimacing in pain, but she's still out there. She's gritting it out.
Yeah, she tore her meniscus, I think, freshman year. Never got surgery on it, but was able to continue playing by doing PT.
Therapy and rest.
Strengthening everything around it and just taking that. I think she took part of high school off for freshman year and a little bit of sophomore year. Watch out.
There's a chance. You see, I'm ready for it, Morgan. There's a chance for us there. Anissa Fernandez, and she gives the ball to Emma Kinnison. So Emma on the throw in here, goes line. Nice job there by Chloe Ziegler to shield her player, which is Talia Williamson. Has a bit of a height advantage, a little bit of size there as well. T on the throw in, a little shove there. Shove in the back.
Yeah,
so
Talia just committed too to New Mexico State, which is D1.
Yes.
So we have so many commits on this team. Well, for Cienega, I'm not sure how many, but Salpointe has quite a few.
Right.
So
I would guess double digits.
yes,
or
for
at least
sure.
high single digits, low double digits, we can say. We'll just speculate on that one.
I think they have
Here's a nice connection now for the
3
Cats.
D1 commits on Salpointe, and I think we only have one right now on Cienega. So
Kenji Johnson and Salpointe now taking over possession, and they're going to play this one back to the keeper.
it's always a smart move just to relieve the pressure and let them scoot up so they can find their formation again.
And do you know, Morgan, I think Angelina Amparano is the goalkeeper for Salpointe. Can you confirm or disconfirm that? They have 2 keepers on the roster. Angelina's a junior, and they have a freshman, Maddie Smith. And we won't know until we see the backs of their jerseys there.
So that's number 4.
Okay, so that's definitely Angelina Amparano. So she's the starting keeper for the Lancers. I'm piecing it all together here in real time. Didn't get here too long ago. And a bit of a scrum just to find out where we're going to be located at and how we connect and how we get power. So I want to thank Josh Kramer with Bobcat TV for coming out here on a Tuesday night, on a chilly Tuesday. And we're in the 29th minute of action, 1-1. Emma Kinnison on the throw. We've seen her strength here on the throw-in. She goes sideline again.
Lainey Button is warming up. Mia Torres is about to go back in for Cienega. So we're getting fresh legs, which I think he plans to do all match. So
important to keep that tempo and that pace up here. And we've seen a lot of stress here on that Bobcat defense. And then they're a player down without Peyton Middleton, one of their starters in the back line. So they're having to compensate for her loss as well as a little bit less depth on the team. The ball sent long there. Boy, what a strong leg there from Grace Kaufman-Fuller.
D1 commit.
Another D1. It's a familiar refrain we've gotten here in these first 30 minutes of action.
They have a really elite team, so it's
truly.
Yeah, last year they had Sienna Gonzalez, who isn't playing this year because she's in DA. So
what's DA?
It's development.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So it's like the best of the best play in that, and it goes on during high school. So
tell me the player.
Sienna Gonzalez.
Okay.
She'll probably go D1 too.
Isn't Lyric Baker from Cienega also in that group?
Yes, she is.
Sure. And I just wonder, like, what it would be, how it would be different if she were playing, if these girls are both playing on their respective teams out here.
Yeah, Lyric just committed to New Mexico State as well.
And MSU,
so
the Aggies.
Yes.
Mrs. Miller is, I wouldn't say an alumni, but she did spend a semester at New Mexico State, then transferred to University of Arizona and got her degree from U of A.
Well, there's not much out there.
Yeah, I know. I've driven through there. It's usually heading east or coming back west. Oh, left foot, and there's a goal.
Seattle Pacific University. Kate scored.
Kate Connolly, and the assist here from Chloe Ziegler. And that one comes in the 31st minute. So Salpointe here, they were down 1-0, but that deficit did not last long. It only took them 3 minutes to strike. It was Kate Connolly on the first score, and Kate Connolly again from distance.
Looks like Talia's putting on her old cleats. They might have given her a little bit of blister, so she's putting on her cleats. So
she better be careful. Those cleats might walk away. I'm just kidding.
Well, she had to get new cleats. You'll see in a second that she has tape on her left foot, so they started to open up.
This is kind of a silly question, Morgan, but the players that are out here, another chance for Salpointe, right to the keeper.
Save. It was a good save, good save.
Nice save from Adriana Pacheco, but the ball was drilled, but it was right at her.
Yeah.
So again, numerous chances here, and Salpointe now tallying them up. So the ledger is heavily balanced on Salpointe's side in terms of the opportunities and the forays and the shots and the chances, and a lot of stress here on that Cat defense. But I wonder, question here, the cleats that the players are using, regular cleats. They're not specially equipped for artificial turf as opposed to grass?
No, I think most of these girls are just using the
standard
cleats they've been using for club,
right,
which is just normal grass cleats.
Sure.
I mean, it just depends on what the player itself buys. Like my dad bought me firm ground cleats, so it's made for Arizona ground. So
Okay.
it just depends on what you buy, and you got to do your research before you buy them.
And I would guess, too, I know a lot of the high schools in Tucson, certainly in the Phoenix area, nice connections here, some nice little touches here from Sienega to string together some pressure. And I would guess that most of the playing surfaces that they're playing in club, are they also turf, or is it a mixture of grass? Just depends.
Only if you go to California that it's turf.
Okay.
Mainly grass.
So club, grass, high school, turf for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, Catalina Foothills has terrible field.
Natural grass. Oh, there were 2 arm bars there. Both players had her saddled up there as if they were escorting her off of the campus. And Mia Torres there getting a call here. That was a correct call. So the referee has done a solid job, I would say, overall here. You're not allowed to. I thought they were going to do some square dancing there. You're not allowed to line. You're not allowed to line dance, are you? You can't arm bar the other player. But she was wedged between 2 lancers there. Now, is this striking distance for Sienega?
For Sadie Guzman,
for
yes,
Sadie Guzman.
for sure.
For Sadie, yes.
100%.
Let's see. Oof. Upper left corner. Header. Opportunity. Dangerous. Missed with a flick. There's a right foot. And Riley Bonner on the connection. The Cats now trying to regroup and keep that pressure on there. But a nice ball played in there from Sadie. And I think she was looking to connect with one of the girls there on a header or on a flick or a volley. Courtney Cahill going opposite side. And Mackenzie Johnson there in a battle. And a player's down here, and there's going to be a call.
That's Kat and Haley.
Call going against. So close frenemies, close friends.
Yes.
Tonight, they're not really enemies, but they're certainly going at it here, and they're going to be squaring off against one another. So in minute number 35, in the first half, Salpointe up 2-1. Kate Connolly connecting on both goals, one of them assisted by Chloe Ziegler. The Cats' goal is from Molly Hester in minute 14, assisted by Haley Harris.
Another great ball by Grace.
Oh, a chance. Sadie Guzman coolly stepping up to handle that one.
She has extreme poise, like on and off the field.
Extreme poise.
And the way she can stay calm really helps just the team in general.
In the most frenzied of situations, she is cool as could be. I've noticed that watching her play as well. Ooh, Alana Melton there getting entangled with Adriana Carranza. And was Ilana at fault there? I mean, I know she's going for the ball.
I'm not sure if I saw it correctly, but I think her arms came up, so it's definitely something that they would call over the person that fell.
Hey, make your run!
Another great kick by Grace.
Nice shielding there from Salpointe's player. Goes to the left wing here. Nice centering pass. It's a shot. The keeper fumbled that one ever so slightly, but Adriana Pacheco able to come up with that one. And punting to about midfield here. Chance for the Cats. Lana Melton nearly.
Grace Kaufman.
With a breakaway chance there. And Kaufman, as cool as Sadie Guzman, her counterpart on the other side, able to handle that.
Yeah, Grace and Sadie used to play club together when Sadie did play club. So.
Can we say there's 1 degree of separation? Like, a lot of these players are very intertwined.
Yes. A lot of them know each other. When we were walking up, all the players were like, oh, she's on my club team. She's on my club team. She's on my club team. Oh, I know her. I practiced with her. Like, so, yeah, they're all pretty close.
Nice. A good try there from Mackenzie Johnson, lobbying for position and for possession, but not to be. It was off of her. Salpointe throw-in in minute number 38.
Looks like Riley Bonner's hurt. Oh, she has a nosebleed. I think. Yep.
Oh, that's rough. And the worst is
She had a nosebleed at practice yesterday too. She's getting over a cold, so.
you know how this works, Morgan. They'll take a gauze pad and they'll stuff it up whichever nostril is flowing.
Yeah.
It's not very comfortable, and it's certainly not a very aesthetically pleasing look. It's not gonna. It's pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah, yesterday she was doing practice with a paper towel over her nose, but she was still practicing. So.
Oh, is she prone? Is this something that happens often for her?
I know right now she's battling a cold that she probably got from Peyton Middleton because they're best friends. But
as long as that bug doesn't spread throughout the whole team like
Yes.
wildfire, I think the girls will be okay. All right, so it looks like Salpointe with a corner kick here, so a chance on a set piece in minute number 39, and a 2-1 lead for the Lancers. Again, defending state champions back-to-back. Last time they did that was 98-99, and Kelly Pierce was on that squad. Somehow the ball finding its way through there. Now the Bobcats clearing it. I get the feeling here, Morgan, that the Cats would be very happy to go to the locker room. Halftime, 2-1. Not that they go to the locker room, that they would just go to the field somewhere and kind of regroup and huddle.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably happy that it's not a racked up score.
Correct.
But
It could be.
I mean, it's
it could
never.
be 3. It could be 4. Very easily. Certainly.
Salpointe just got an amazing, like overall, like a strong attack, strong defense. So.
Very disciplined.
Yes.
Methodical. Clockwork. Passes very crisp. And then we've seen the striking capabilities here. Lethal from outside. And the horn will sound here, and that takes us to halftime. Salpointe 2-1 over Cienega. Oh.
Do you want to say something?
Yeah. I was gonna take my headset off. Here, go ahead, put your headset on. Is it Anthony? Andrew? Brandon. Sorry, Brandon.
Oh, Brendan.
Brendan. I'll put it right here. Yeah, okay, so we've got Brendan Torres on.
Hi.
And do you have any thoughts here? Any comments or commentary? Anything that you noticed here in the first half of action?
Well, I think that Cienega did a pretty good job of getting that goal and just kept pressuring Salpointe. However, I feel like that we need to contain Salpointe's good player Kate Conley, because she had 2 great goals, and also I think we just kind of Salpointe's pressuring us again and again and again. I think we just need to settle down Salpointe's pressure, and so.
Right. So I think a little bit easier said than done, but I think you're absolutely right about Kate Connolly. It seems as if she crosses the 40-yard line like she's in striking distance. So from about 40 yards out, it looks like that's her range. I wonder if she could kick on the football team. It seems like she's got the leg strength to be able to do that.
Yeah, and I know it's easier said than done, because Salpointe, both of their teams are good teams, and
right.
they just keep pressuring. So I think that if we can just contain their pressure, and I think probably mark up a little more, I think that you might do good the second half. But we're doing pretty well. We're sticking with Salpointe, so I'm happy about that.
Right, sticking with them. It could very easily be 3-1 or 4-1 or 5-1. There have been some chances here that the Lancers have had that have just skimmed past the goalpost, over or cleared. So they've had numerous chances, better opportunities. What do you think that your dad's telling his girls here at halftime?
I think that he's telling them I think he's just giving them a pep talk about probably maybe containing Salpointe, and I think that the main focal point is just going to be to go after Salpointe and keep having those shots outside the 18 and just keep going down Salpointe. I think that's going to be the main focal point for next.
And is it exciting? Is it strange? Is it awkward that your mother is the assistant coach for Salpointe and your dad's here coaching the Cienega Bobcats?
Well, yeah, kind of, but honestly, we're a family still. We still love each other, and
right.
we're still supportive of each other, and so but yeah, we're supportive for each other, and so.
Your dad's not sleeping on the couch tonight. Right.
Nah, I don't think
Probably
so.
not. That's very
Yeah.
good. Now, but how about your sister? How excited is she to play here tonight?
She's doing pretty well and probably excited to be here at Salpointe. And we actually played Salpointe last year, so she's excited to be playing again.
And Cienega had a very nice run through the Brandon Bean tournament to start off their season. So I know that up until tonight they had not been scored upon. So their defense has been doing a great job here, and I think probably giving your dad Tony and the team and the school a lot of excitement here and a lot of optimism as we look forward to this season. We know how good Salpointe is. They've won back-to-back state championships, and they're just loaded with all these talented players on the field.
Oh yeah, totally. Like, I think we're doing a good job right now. It's just like we just gotta learn how to contain them, and we gotta learn how to like probably like not let them penetrate, because like they're a good team and they can like put you on the front foot. They can like go at defenses. So I think the focus point is just gonna how we limit those opportunities. But so far so good.
Perfect. And Brendan, are you cold at all? I mean, all you have on here
No,
is like a light windbreaker and then like some light athletic pants here. You're not chilly at all out here?
Oh no, for cross country runner, this is like perfect weather for them.
Right, perfect running weather. Hey, congratulations, by the way, Josh Farr and Scotty Burnham and that cross country team, the boys and the girls.
Oh,
I think they had their best season to this point.
I do like congratulate Cienega too.
Yes.
And I go to a different.
Oh, you don't go to Cienega?
No, but I.
Oh, I just assumed you went to Cienega. Okay, sorry.
But I would totally like to congratulate Cienega too.
Perfect.
And both of our Vail schools went to states. I'm actually like proud of them too. So.
And Brendan, what year are you in?
I'm a junior, so.
Okay, perfect. So one more year for cross country for you. Very good. Well, it's great talking to you tonight.
Yeah.
We appreciate you joining us on the broadcast.
Thank you.
And best of luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, very
I'm
good.
going to head back to Morgan.
Perfect. All right. Well, that was great, right? So we get some insight from like inside the household. And I'd love to be a little mosquito in the house.
Yeah.
Or a fly in the wall, just listening to the conversations leading up to this match here tonight, and then also like afterwards tonight, right? So
yeah, I asked him earlier. I said, how awkward is the dinner table going to be tonight? Like, and he was like, I don't know. We'll see. And I was like, it's going to be interesting.
Right.
Because he was like, well, they're going to be like, well, if this girl didn't do this and this and this and this, and then that wouldn't have happened. And like, I was just like, that's crazy.
Right, but some really salient observations there from Brendan Torres talking about the pressure that Salpointe has applied on Cienega in the first half. And he talks about, and I agree with him, I think Cienega has to try to settle down a little bit, but it's so hard because they're being put under extreme pressure here. Just really crisp passing from Salpointe, great attacks and forays, and we can see from distance here, especially from Kate Connolly, with 2 goals in the first half, just deadly from outside.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I know that Torres was like, Brendan, don't give too much away. We don't want to give everything away, but it's definitely crazy, and I'm very excited for the second half to start. It's going to be crazy.
All right, so you've got 3 minutes left here in halftime, and I don't know. I don't have too much to talk about. It's chilly. It's chilly and it's damp, and I think I was looking at the schedule earlier here. The Bobcats of Cienega, they've got Tucson High School on Thursday.
Yes, at home.
So I don't think the road gets any easier for them. They're going from a powerhouse 4A program here at Salpointe. They go back to Cienega High School to play at Bobcat Stadium, and they're going to be taking on a 6A school in Tucson. How good is Tucson High's girls squad?
So we did scrimmage Tucson High, and I believe we won like 3-1. So I know that Tucson High didn't have all their girls that they usually have. So it's going to be a good game. I think that Tucson High is probably going to want to get back at Cienega, but I think that Cienega will do really well.
And hopefully the fans and the students, we're going to put a plea out there for you guys, a little bandwagon appeal. We want you to come out to Cienega High School on Thursday night, a game 6 o'clock on Thursday. It'll be the Cats from Cienega taking on Tucson High School, the Badgers, a 6A foe. And if Cienega were to win on Thursday night against Tucson, they would get more power points because they're playing a higher level team. So that's maybe a more important match than tonight's, although tonight's is truly a marquee matchup with really interesting dynamics here between 2 excellent squads. So we'll have to see what happens here.
So it looks like Odell's going in for the second half. She's been warming up all in between, so we'll see.
Okay, so you think Brie Odell's going to come in and play keeper here, the sophomore for the Cats. She's 0-0, so she's 0-0.
Yes.
I guess that means she's licensed to kill, or maybe licensed to thrill out there at the goalkeeping position, 0-0. And I can't wait to see Hetra Camacho, the assistant coach, who's also the goalkeeper's coach. Hetra and I go back about a decade or so. So he's been a long-time goalkeeping coach. He's been very involved with Cienega, and just so cool and always calm, always positive, very reassuring. So that's my number one thing that I'm looking forward to post-match here tonight.
Yeah, Hector, when I played keeper my freshman year, he was my coach. So calm, always telling you the right thing. It's okay, you made this mistake, but here's where you can fix it next time. It's very, like, encouraging. It's not, like, degrading to you. So
I don't think I've ever heard him yell.
Oh. Heard him once, but it was really scary.
One time?
One time, it was really scary.
See? So very, very rare. Always calm, always cool.
Always encouraging, no matter what, whatever happens in the game.
And he and Tony Torres right now are having a conversation. I'm sure they're talking about the tactical pieces here, the logistics about how they can maybe eliminate some of the pressure on their defense and then try to transition into offense. And we'll see if they vary their attack or at least their strategy here in the second half, what they're trying to put together. Of course, it's easier said than done. You have such a stringent defense here from Salpointe, making things very difficult to connect, to pass, to have time. You have no time. You have the ball, and you've got to be looking for another pass. You already have to know where to go with the ball or what you're going to do. So,
yeah, you definitely have to check your surroundings before you do anything.
You have to check yourself before you wreck yourself. I think that's what you're trying to say.
Yes, basically.
You're doing a great job. You were nervous about tonight.
Yes, I was
and I
very nervous.
I need to be dynamite. You've just been fantastic here with your commentary. So great job. Thanks for joining us on the broadcast tonight here on Bobcat TV.
Anytime.
Anytime?
Anytime. Most times.
There you go.
Most times.
If you say anytime, you know I'm gonna contact you and be like, hey, we've got this, we've got that, got this on Thursday, this on Tuesday. So
yeah.
I've got my basketball crew. I've got Jacob Greenberg and Andrew Jones. So that's my basketball tandem. And then I'm like the default play-by-play guy for soccer. So I've got you for girls. Now I'm looking for a boy who doesn't play in the varsity that can also provide some commentary for boys soccer. And I think we're making our debut for the boys. I think there are 2 matches. Catalina Foothills boys, I think on December the 13th. And then
I think we also play Catfoot on the 13th.
Sure, and you're playing them up at Catfoot. And then on the 20th, the boys will be hosting Rincon University High School. And that is an excellent squad. And I can't remember their best player, but it's a kiddo that I think is also FC Tucson. And he volunteered, and he coached my little 7-year-old a little bit in his club soccer team. Very nice. And I wish I remembered his name because he was dynamite. 30-plus goals, 20-something assists, 57-something points. I think he was the player of the year in Tucson last year. And I think Rincon went to the semifinals last year, losing the Final Four. So a great team that's stacked, loaded, ready to go.
The girls did well, too.
And Rincon University, yes.
I think they beat Ironwood in one of the first games in Walden Grove, so.
Which is big, right?
Yeah,
because
especially since they won it.
Exactly. So, yes.
A lot of my club team plays at Rincon, so.
Nice. Well, I really do appreciate Josh Kramer coming out here tonight and directing this broadcast for us. It was a logistical puzzle, and he solved it very deftly. So, and I liked the ability to go wireless. That certainly opens up tremendous possibilities for all of our sports coverage on Bobcat TV. Got a foul here, a little touch there on the back, and I think that was appropriate as well. So Salpointe will have a direct kick.
Taken by Grace Kaufman, which is, for her, it could be shooting distance, so.
Right. It's if we're across midfield, then we're in striking distance.
Looks like it's at the 43.
Dangerous ball.
Header by
Talia.
Talia. They've been working on headers. Practice. There's Kat with 2 headers in a row.
And Maddie Whites is also she's a commit. I think she's going to play at Pima.
Yes.
So Tony told me that yesterday because I was asking him for all the inside scoop on these girls, and he seemed rushed. And you tell me that he is a man with a purpose. He's very efficient. Can we say that?
For sure, 100%. And he makes sure that things get done. Like, we got new balls this year. We got new uniforms. We got goals that get set up.
Oh, a collision there, inadvertent. One of the Cat defenders running into the keeper. And I don't know if she was pushed in. I think she's tying her shoe. So I'm answering that rhetorical question. You couldn't hear the question off camera, but I think it was Salpointe's coach, Kelly Pierce, asking the question: is she tying her shoe or is she down? No, she's just tying her shoe. So and is that Bree that's in at keeper, or is that Adriana?
No, this is Salpointe.
Oh, my bad. I'm all crossed up here. I'm all crossed up. Sorry about that. So Angelina Amparano tying her shoe. And I think one of the Cat players inadvertently bouncing into her here.
Yeah.
So second half of action, the Lancers up 2-1. And the math gets harder for me here. So in minute number 43. Because it's so strange to have the clock running down. And then I'm always doing like math in my head, which my math is not strong, Morgan, I have to say.
Oh, so Talia's playing center back instead of outside.
Yeah.
And Courtney is in where she was. But other than that, it looks the same.
Giselle Mata.
Catalina.
And now Salpointe transitioning back on attack. Oh, nifty moves. Very nifty, very nifty. A lot of stress. Good shot.
Good save by Bree.
Alexis Delgado with the nifty moves there, breaking some ankles and taking a good shot.
You can tell the intensity just between the girls screaming and the fast-pacedness on the ball. And
slight shove, so the Cats will have a direct kick here. Nothing malicious, just a little bit of contact. There's got to be some physicality out here, so it's been very clean.
Oh, this is going to be taken by Grace.
So that's danger.
That's shooting date.
If you're a Sienega fan, that's dangerous. If you're a Salpointe Lancer fan, you are excited here. You've got a chance.
At the 35, so that's not far from the goal.
Right.
And their field is pretty small, so.
Grace Kaufman-Fuller.
D1 commit, Boise State. Yep.
Shot on goal. Loose ball. Deflected off.
Everyone's
scrum,
getting, it's still going.
It's still out there in front of the goal. And finally covered here. And it is Brie Odell at keeper now here in the second half. So Brie Odell, double O, that was dangerous there. But it was a shot from 35 out.
Yeah.
And I was looking down at my roster there, so I did not see the play. I hear some jeers from the crowd behind us. And now it's getting chilly. I wish I had that vest on. It's impossible to do now. There's no turning back here. We've crossed the Rubicon. There's no going back.
At the 45 for Sadie.
So Sadie a chance to here to play, look for a player, and hope for a header or a deflection toward the goal. Nobody there on the near post for the Cats on that run.
The Salpointe Lancers are going to look for a quick release of the ball just to connect feet to get it up the field. And I think the Cienega is going to be wanting this too. So
Good hustle by Sadie to keep that ball in bounds.
a good cross, a good cross.
Talia thought about playing keeper, now goes to the far side here. Pass a little bit off. Headed back by Sadie. So good back there defensively. Nice header here from Madison. I almost called her Miley, her little sister. Maddie White's here with a chance to cross.
Catalina kicking it out. Miscommunication.
And Riley Bonner plays it off of a Lancer defender. It'll be a throw in for the Cats. That was off of Ellie Kearney.
Oh, here's Molly.
And that one whistles wide to the near side. But another dangerous shot.
When we played at Walden Grove last week, she shot the ball off like halfway on the ground, went in. It was amazing.
8 minutes into the second half.
Cienega's really containing Salpointe here.
I'm sure Peyton's watching this match tonight. So
Yeah,
Peyton,
probably.
if you're watching, get some chicken noodle soup. Have Mom, she doesn't have to whip it up from scratch, although it's kind of easy. You just get some chicken stock and maybe slice up some carrots and some celery and some onions. Your mom knows what she's doing, so I'm sure she's taking great care of you. So make sure you get a lot of liquids and then plenty of rest. I want you to go to bed as soon as this match is over, unless you have homework. But see if you can be to bed before 10 o'clock tonight to try to catch up on your rest here. And
Hopefully she'll be back for Tucson High.
back to full health, hopefully on Thursday against Tucson High School.
Help it. Come on, Cat.
Oh, there's some poise there from Madison Whites. I always try to call it like by the German pronunciation, but it's Whites.
Yeah, her parents came tonight. Well, I'm not sure if they're still here, but they brought their little babies that they're adopting. So
Oh,
cute.
that's nice.
Oh, yeah, they're right there.
Oh, that's very nice. So little kiddos.
Yes.
They've got that little kiddo wrapped up in a tight swaddle. That's
Yes.
the parenting term for it when you have like a newborn or an infant. You want them wrapped around. They feel very cozy when they're like snug like that. They don't want to be loose. They don't want their arms and their limbs like out there. They want to be like tucked in. Well, that's very nice. So they adopted two little kiddos.
Yes.
It's very nice. I have to say here, I'm going to dedicate tonight's broadcast to President George Herbert Walker Bush, who passed away Friday night, one of the great presidents, number 41. And the thing that I've noticed here the most, Morgan, and I've forced my students to read the obituary from the New York Times, which is a reputable news source, and just so that they can learn about his legacy, his impact, his lifetime of service. Reminds me of Senator McCain, right? One of Arizona's great treasures here, politically, historically.
Oh, look.
Now Salpointe here with a chance. That ball might skip out, and it does, fortuitously for the Bobcats. But I'm going to dedicate this one tonight to President Bush. So if you're watching any coverage for those kids out there, it would behoove you to catch some of the memorial services and to listen to what his friends and his family members, his son, George W. Bush, who was president number 43, and how highly respected and esteemed he was for all the things that he did. A lifetime of service here and somebody to look forward to and emulate. And that conversation talking about the Whiteses adopting those kiddos reminded me about that. And President Bush with his 1,000 points of light, talking about all the nonprofits, the charities, the good work done in the community. And here we are at Salpointe Catholic High School, right, which also esteems and espouses these solid virtues about giving back to the community. So,
Yeah, my grandfather protected both Bushes, so he was a little sad about the news.
Oh, my
It really
goodness.
devastated my grandpa, so because they were pretty tight. So
Secret Service?
yes.
Oh, my goodness. Wow, that's remarkable. So a little bit of a
Good slide tackle by
yes,
Giselle.
clean as long as he gets the
Yes,
ball. It's all
as long
clean
as
and
cleats
good.
aren't up, it's pretty clean. Touch
When
the ball first.
When I was a high school player, I wasn't really great at getting that ball, but I did a lot of slide tackling. So
Yeah.
probably not a very I was an awful soccer player. It's terrible.
It's okay.
I just did it to hang out with my friends who were on the team.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
I guess. So here we are in minute 52. Big throw in there.
Yeah,
Dangerous.
Grace's throw-ins are basically like a kick, so they really just take as corners.
Boy, I mean, and look how fleet of foot she is. She's made
She's incredibly fast. She does track too.
50 yards there in a fraction of seconds, and we see how strong that throw-in is. It is like a corner kick.
Yeah.
And we've seen her from outside with her leg, so the complete package there.
Carson, check your shoulder.
Oh, nifty. Nifty. A run here on the outside here. Jordan Singleton on the left wing with a chance to settle.
Across. No inside. Fix.
I know I asked you this earlier. Any left-footed players on Cienega? And if there would be a left footer, they would be probably on this left wing, right? So that they can cross with their left foot.
Yeah, I think Allie is, but most of the players on the team are pretty well-rounded. They can use right or left, and I know that we practice that at practice, right and left, to make sure you're consistently.
Haley Harris there, an
The
opportunity.
shot with the left foot, so.
Yes.
Hey, you got two on.
Yeah, with some good force on that. Nice little play there, going through the legs. And Singleton here, a run now on the near wing, and good defense there to take it away and clear it.
Adriana, Sophia, we can't let that girl shoot. Shield it out. Well done, Harson. First to the ball, Black. Hey, you win this, Black. You win this. Jackie and Ollie, win it.
Here's Kate, looking for a connection.
Nice little through ball, but a little bit too strong there. But a good idea, right? So varying up the attack a little bit. We've seen her strike from about that range and able to translate into 2 goals. So trying to play a nice little pass there to the striker going up the middle, which would have been another deadly combination, or a very perilous one again for the Bobcat defense.
Here's Molly.
Oh,
Going at
nice.
it.
Molly Hester
Yep.
looking for a play here near side if they can
Giselle
connect it. I don't know if
Mata.
she sees her. Yep, it was Giselle here. And Riley Bonner near side on the wing. Inadvertent collision here. And a rough one. And we've got a player coming up, hobbling a little bit, Giselle Mata. Tough. All the soccer girls are out there that are tough. There's a lot of contact here. Deliberate and accidental. Sadie Guzman now. Jordan Singleton. So it looks like Jordan's got some range there on her right leg as well. Maybe a little ambitious coming out from about the 30-yard line, like right on the numbers. Jordan, one of the freshmen on this Bobcat team.
Harris with the header. Maddie with the
Oh,
breakaway.
yep.
Oh, Grace Kaufman tries to stop her.
Right. Deflects that one and kicks that one away to turn that attack aside.
Ellie, mark tight! Ellie, mark tight in the middle!
Jordan
And
Singleton.
they're moving it quick.
Very nicely. You got to. And Giselle now trying to go other side of the field. Back to Maddie Whites. Maddie's got blazing speed there on the far side. Nice center. And that one goes errantly behind the goal near side, but a good look there. And you can see Maddie White's speed there. She flashed it for a second. She's got a little bit of separation there and a good opportunity. So the forays here for the Bobcats have been few and far between since that first goal that was scored in minute number 14 by Molly Hester. Goal kick here.
Good, Sethy, battle her, Sethy! No shot! No shot! Good, now track her! No, don't lose her, Sethy! Don't lose her, Sethy! No, don't chase Chloe! Know the pass! Know the pass!
Sadie.
Salpointe's getting frustrated because usually at this part in the half they're still scoring. They haven't scored yet, so coaches are pretty getting stressed.
Oh, that's excellent effort there by Giselle Mata. Able to pass that ball as she's down on the ground even. Officials letting her play through. Maddie Whites turns and goes. Off she goes. A chance here now for Cienega. How far
No,
does
it's-
Maddie want to go? Nice challenge there. What a defender is Grace Kaufman-Fuller. Just able to coolly turn that attack or that threat aside. And it was looking very promising there.
Kate! Kate! Go be a back! Go to the back! Go to the back! Forward now! Send her back! 4-5-1, Chloe! Why is she getting a shot on? Relax, Lena, relax! Relax, Lena!
Was that Molly with the shot? Molly Hester?
Yep.
So you can see Haley Harris at that attacking midfielder, that center midfield position, is looking for Molly Hester because she knows how good she is. And there was another shot.
So Salpointe just changed their lineup. Kate is now in the back playing defense, which I believe she plays for club. So
accustomed to doing that, trying to solidify. She's already scored 2 goals. Now she's trying to see if she can contribute defensively to thwart any kind of attack and just nullify and quash it here. We're in minute number 60 of action. The Lancers up on top, 2-1. Got a sub here coming in for Salpointe. Number 2, Ann Kaczynski, the senior, checking in. And Agent 99, Chloe Ziegler, coming off here, the sophomore, who's played very well here tonight. Riley Bonner tying that left shoe, and the official here letting her get that all connected. The Cats have another sub getting ready to set back in here. It's Mackenzie Johnson, the sophomore, getting set to come back onto the pitch.
an extremely fast player up the line. So
and Morgan, you might be able to tell here. It's hard for me from my vantage point and across the way, but Kate Connolly looks like she's about 5'10", maybe. Like giving her a little bit too much height.
No, I think you're right.
And solid, very athletic.
Yeah. She plays with Grace and Talia and Haley, so.
Maddie White's with a chance here. Cuts it back. Boy, that's some stringent defense there from Kate. Here comes Mackenzie Johnson. You girls call her Mac?
Yeah, some girls call her Mac.
Or Mac J? Or just Mac?
I think most people call her Kenzie, but Tony calls her Mac. So.
Yeah, that's what he wrote on the lineup. So he gave me a very sophisticated graphic that has all the positions of the players. I showed you it, and all the numbers of the positions that are out on the field there. And both teams here playing a 4-3-3.
Salpointe just changed their lineup. I'm not sure what they're playing, but
So they may have put a little bit more personnel in the defensive half to try to neutralize Cienega's attack.
Catalina's going back in. So
Catalina Alvarado, number 7, getting set to check back in here. And Grace booms one. This could be a chance here for Salpointe.
corner.
Yeah, and just like that. So it's just a little bit of a soft right foot, we could say here, by her standards for Grace Kaufman-Fuller. And then the player that was up there on the left wing, I think it was 22. It's hard to see from here. I don't know if that's Anissa Fernandez.
Yes.
But able to play it off the Bobcat defender, and now they've got a corner kick here. I'm getting some looks back here.
From Kat.
I'm sure it's bizarre for these players and the coaches. Oh.
Well, I didn't tell Kat
Dangerous.
I was doing this. So
Oh, the header
ahead of
almost
a goal.
there. If you can identify the player that had the header, I think it was Adriana Carranza who played that ball up. And then there was a player there in the front that had a flick there off of her head. Very close, very dangerous. As Adriana Carranza comes off, and Catalina Alvarado checks back onto the pitch for the Lancers.
Yeah, Kat's a national league player, so definitely one of the best, I would say.
Everything you're saying is not surprising. It's like you keep upping the ante, and I'm not surprised at all. So
yeah.
Olympic developmental, national level, Division I scholarships, accolades,
it's
awards,
such an elite
achievements.
Team, so like
super elite. Well, it's been fun to watch. Boy, this is really graceful, elegant, the beautiful game here being played by the Lancers of Salpointe. Nice ball there, run down, and Sadie will run this one out, and it'll be a goal kick here for Cienega. So minute number 64, and the Lancers up 2-1.
You can tell that Salpointe's getting frustrated because they're getting mad at each other and pointing at each other.
Ooh, a little bit of shove there.
They need to just relax and calm down and play their game. So
they had an arm bar there from Catalina Alvarado on Haley Harris. No call. Referee letting him play through here.
Looking to connect.
Sadie composed very coolly. Haley with a nice little pass there to Jordan Singleton. Great defense there from the Lancer to take it away. And that was Kylie Oliver, the freshman, number 3.
These parents are disagreeing, but there's no way they could see the line. So.
Oh, so they were saying it was in, but it was out.
Yeah.
Can you see the line from where?
Yeah, I can.
The table's right in front of us, so there's like maybe a 6-foot stretch that I cannot see. And then down both sides where the benches are, I can't see the near border or anything across the way. I can't see anything across the way. I can't tell what's in or out.
I can see Cienega's, but not Salpointe's very well. So
I actually like being on the field. This is really cool. This is really cool. We're very close to the action. You can feel it down here.
It's an amazing goal kick.
Boy, that's a booming punt there, right?
50-plus yards.
Angelina Amparano. Got a slip there from Mia, able to get a touch on it. Good hustle. Now the Cats trying to settle it down a little bit. Mackenzie Johnson plays it back to T. So Talia Williamson here trying to push up a little bit. You wonder at what time the defenders here will go full throttle here and take a risk at pushing up to add more pressure on the offensive side of the ball. Molly Hester showing off the moves. Connects back to Mia. Shoved down there, no call. And I think Tony there may be a little incredulous as to why there was no call. Just a little bit of inadvertent contact perhaps. And that ball is out. And you hear a fan there angrily calling out, hey! So it's It's good to see. That ball is definitely out, so it'll be a throw in here for Salpointe. Spirited fans, knowledgeable fans, passionate fans. Fortunate to be at Salpointe with a sterling boys and girls program here. Oh, hands intertwined here. Mia Torres. There's a shove. Referee letting him play a little bit. So you've seen Haley.
Kate.
Yep. Back up there on that left wing. Cats have a chance here. They've got 2 players on both wings. A lot of Melton far side. And Mackenzie Johnson here on the near side wing. Or forward positions. Molly Hester at striker. Just itching here to get something clicking and maybe a little break, a little flick, deflection, an errant skip of the ball off the turf, something like that. A lot of Melton now flashing off the wheels.
She's so good technically.
Oh, centering pass. Good idea. Slightly off there, but you saw the speed that she's got there.
Yeah, definitely one of the fastest players and one of the best technical players on the team for sure. And she's only a freshman, so.
Only a freshman.
Yes. Well, she's another 3 years, so.
Peachy with those peach cleats. Haley with the header. Boy, she's been dueling out there vigorously with Catalina Alvarado. They've been going at it next to each other there. Very spirited physicality and clean play there. Physical but clean, right? It's been a very clean match here. No egregious fouls, nothing dangerous, contentious.
Yeah, I just think the girls have respect for one another.
Yes.
So they know it's wrong, so.
Yes. So minute number 88, Lancers up on top, 2-1. Sadie Guzman surveys the field. Errant kick there to the middle, and I think she's a little unhappy with herself on that one. Now a chance here to settle. Cats now moving forward. Riley Bonner in traffic.
Oh, definitely dangerous right there.
Oh, dangerous takedown. So legs intertwined. And it was Molly Hester entangled with Grace Kaufman-Fuller. And the Bobcats here now with a chance on a direct kick with the ball at the 20. So Molly Hester, the super sophomore 19, the transfer from Pennsylvania, getting set here to take this direct kick. We're in minute number 70.
Oh.
That one's off the wall. And
Off the head.
a rough one there.
Looks like Maddie and Giselle are going back in for the wings. Jordan with the fast throw in. Oh.
And I think the player that it struck off of was 35,
Yes.
Sophia Sethi. Is that right? Sethi?
Mhm.
It's either Sethi or Sethi. I apologize for mispronouncing your name one way and hopefully getting it right the other way. So I hope she's okay. And I know, Morgan, I know that you had some concussion issues too, and I know how prevalent that is in soccer, boys and girls.
Oh.
You have
this-
inadvertent contact there as those 3 players collided, and also sometimes if it's really cold, the ball,
Oh, yeah. The ball, when it's cold,
it's like a rock.
it's painful.
Super painful.
It leaves marks on you.
Yes.
Yeah, concussions are never fun. I've only had one, and if I have another, my dad says I'm not allowed to play anymore.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, we've seen with Dr. Bennett Amalu, the Nigerian neurologist who I think he coined the term chronic traumatic encephalopathy and CTE, and what that's
Yeah.
done, particularly in football, but we see it in soccer as well.
yeah, for sure. And concussions, like, not just during the concussion, but after the concussion, you
Right.
can see the effects. I mean, I sure have. Like, everything's harder for me to process.
Takes time.
Yeah.
Takes time to, it's a brain injury, so it takes time to heal itself. We see it in baseball too, which is less common, but we see it in different sports. All right, here we are in the 81st minute. Sorry, the 71st minute. No, 81st. 81st.
Cat's trying
81st.
to get up the field. Grace all the way up the field. They're gonna look. Cats are gonna look to tie this game. So.
Sure, and I think Talia is going to be one of those players coming up here, an offensive-minded defenseman, trying to add more to the mix. Nice
Good
little play
Jordan.
there by Jordan Singleton through the legs again. We've seen that a couple of times, very skillfully, and I think that one's off of Jordan here. Tony was signaling for possession or pleading for possession, going Cienaga's way. So Emma Kinnison subbing out. Who checked in for Salpointe? Did you catch the number on the player?
I think it's number 8 or 6.
Ooh, that one ricochets off of one of the light posts here. It's interesting. I have to say I love the venue here at Salpointe, the campus. The field is illuminated. The stands are in shadow, so it feels like more of a stage here that we're seeing here. A bright stage at Salpointe High School. And now Sadie coming up here, the strong right leg of Sadie Guzman, seeing if she can connect with a player here on a set piece. And that wall here is being pushed back a little bit by the head official. Will Sadie take a shot here? Can she try to bend one near post? She goes far post, looking for a player. Loose ball and a goal! The Cats here was Haley Harris on the follow-through on the deflection.
I told Haley before the game that she has to score.
Minute 83. Now, you tell me, Morgan, does Sadie Guzman get an assist on that one? Or no, because it was off a deflection?
I mean, it depends on who you're asking personally, but I would count it as an assist because, well, if it was the pole that was there, it would have bounced off the pole and then it would have been in. But
wow. And you hear some jeers there from the crowd here saying that that was a gift here for Cienega. I guess they're questioning the foul, how valid that foul was. Was there a foul setting up that direct kick?
They're going to look to score right here. The next 5 minutes are extremely valuable, especially after a goal that can flip the game completely.
Momentum, maybe some adrenaline, some belief here. You make something happen. Things seem to be under control for the Lancers. And now Sadie Guzman here back in offense. And she'll have to transition back to defense here. And we know how quickly things can change.
Yeah.
Riley Bonner.
Double teaming up on Annie.
Yep, and Kaczynski. And here's the kick here from Brie Odell. Now Sadie going far side here. Madison White. Well, I don't see that.
That's not a call.
No, Madison ran into the defensive player, and she just kind of like toppled down there. So that was a gift, certainly.
For sure. And Maddie's so light that just the
feather, like a feather,
yes.
Maybe a slight breeze.
Yeah.
I mean, she's scrappy and she's strong. Like, we're kidding around, right? But that was a call that shouldn't have been called. All right, here we are now in minute 86. Salpointe with a chance here now, transitioning back to offense. Bobcat scrambling back defensively.
Courtney hustling back Take that by
And-
Talia.
Yep, Talia clearing that one out there. So a pair of deuces out there. Talia Williamson, number 2, and Ann Kaczynski, number 2, sparring with one another. 86th minute. Knotted at 2. Lancers have a player checking back onto the pitch, and that's Chloe Ziegler. So the sophomore checks back in. She thought her evening was done. Now back on here.
Thrown by Grace, which we know goes far.
It's like a corner kick.
Yes, for sure.
Haley Harris header on it. Ball launched down here. The Cats maybe with a chance
Here's
here.
Molly.
She's screening her player off. A little impatient there on the kick. And this match has been so clean, Morgan. There have scarcely been any balls like kicked out. Certainly nothing launched out of here.
Yeah, and you see that a lot with competitive soccer. You try to keep the ball in bounds because there's
Kylie Oliver for a goal! Well, there's Kylie from the sideline here. Very dangerous. And she goes far post and tucks that one in for a goal in minute number 87. And now the Cats desperate here with 2:30 left in this
This is where
match.
it's going to get scrappy right
A
here.
lot of Melton with some blistering speed here. Almost lost her own balance.
Oh, ball way out into the parking lot.
Yeah, Grace launched that one out, clearing it there.
Poor ball girl has to.
Kylie Oliver on the goal here in minute 87. So the freshman making her mark. Bobcats here desperate to make something happen to get the equalizer. Mia Torres goes far side. Looking
to
for
connect.
Madison Whites. Madison here and a save there. So a shot on goal handled easily by Angelina Amparano. We've seen her booming punts here so she can get past midfield.
She's going to take her time.
Ba-boom.
This cat.
Minute 35. A lot of Melton. Freshman looking for Madison. Madison White's going far side. Keeper comes out.
Good save.
Beautifully
That's
played
beautiful
here,
save.
coming off her line.
Hector applauds the keeper.
Yes.
He knows it was a beautiful save.
Yes, understanding here, a sign of recognition and respect here. Boy, what a beautiful job there from Angelina Amparano to come off the line and save that one. Otherwise, Madison White's had a breakaway opportunity. Minute 89 now, a minute on the clock, 60 seconds here, ticking, every second precious. Cats desperate. You wonder if they're going to pull that keeper up here to try to put more on the offensive side of the ball.
They're going to take their time for sure, Salpointe.
Oh, yeah, clear the ball, launch it out of bounds.
Yeah, for sure.
Take all the clock that they can.
They know Cienega's a threat, so they're going to slow him down in any way they can.
Haley Harris at midfield. Giselle Mata now scrapping, knocked down there with the elbow. A little bit rough. Not an elbow, but just kind of shielded off a little bit. So touchy. Could have gone either way. No call or that call. The Cats will have a direct kick. 23 seconds on the clock. Who's counting? Sadie Guzman now. Launching down the middle, looking for Alana Melton. Not able to get to her.
On the bench, they're just telling him to kick it far.
Launch it, kick it, blast it away. 10
Something
seconds
in the last
now.
10 seconds.
Cats will need a miracle. Talia was trying
here
to
it is.
launch it down the field, and Salpointe maybe with another opportunity. And a shot, a left-footed shot,
Oh,
and it just
close.
launches over. So even at the end, which would have been icing or frosting on the cake, and another blast there from Anissa Fernandez, it sails over the crossbar. What a great match here tonight. Salpointe Catholic 3-2, scoring in the 87th minute. It was Kylie Oliver. If we're looking at the whole scoring synopsis here, it was Molly Hester, the Dynamite sophomore from Cienega, scoring in minute 14 with the assist from Haley Harris. In minute 17, it was Kate Connolly from downtown. And then in the 31st minute, Kate Connolly scored her second goal, the assist from Chloe Ziegler. And then Haley Harris in minute 80. contentious, excellent match here. A thriller from Salpointe. What a way to open up the season. Well, they are the defending champions back-to-back. So defending their home pitch here at Salpointe Catholic High School. So we'll see here. Morgan is going to try to grab a couple of girls here. And we'll see who exactly we're gonna grab. Oh no. Oh shoot. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, rats. I had a charger. It's in my backpack. Oh, get Grace too. Get Grace, Kylie, and Kate. Can you grab those 2 girls? Okay, cool. Good deal. Kylie is 3. I think she's number 3. Yes. Yes. Kylie Oliver, number 3. Yes. Yep. So we have it recorded, so we'll be able to upload it, and we'll be able to get that going there. So I know. Okay. So we'll just look over here. All right, Tony Torres.
Yes.
So tell me, first of all, this is a very spirited match. We knew how good that Salpointe Catholic was, the back-to-back defending state champions in 4A. You know, you have an inside connection here with your wife, the assistant coach from Salpointe. But how proud of you are of your girls with the effort that they put forth here tonight against Salpointe?
You know, the first half, we talked about it when we had the halftime, is we came out a little timid, a little scared. I think that that's what makes Salpointe great, is that tradition and that history, and I don't know the right word for it. I say swag. The girls laugh at me. But there's that persona of confidence, and it comes out. And whoever's on the field on Salpointe, and those girls, they bring it. And so as a new to this program in my first year, that's what we need to aspire to, is to have that same confidence. And then we talked about that at halftime. And then you saw the adjustments, and you saw the push and the change in that spirit. I think we call it grit. And so that grit is what I think in the second half helped us persevere and move forward. And it was a game. It was a battle after that. And to Salpointe's credit, I mean, they also have injuries, and the girls that came in, they stepped up big, and our girls equally at that second half, came to that challenge. Yes,
I would say that there's definitely a mystique about Salpointe Catholic High School soccer, boys and girls on both sides. Legendary programs with excellent coaches. How difficult was Kate Connolly to defend for your girls? It seems like once she crossed the 40-yard line, she was in striking distance.
Well, here's the truth about Kate. Kate on her club team plays forward, but when she plays with Salpointe, traditionally she's a sweeper. So it was part of the equation we weren't prepared for. So she went up there, took 2 great hits, and regardless of who the goalkeeper was, those are just amazing shots. And so you got to give her credit for those things. It was awesome.
Indefensible for a goalkeeper.
Yes.
Haley Harris with an assist, and Haley Harris with a goal in the 83rd minute off a deflection there from a direct kick from Sadie Guzman. What are you looking forward to? How can you use this to build for? I know on Thursday night that you've got Tucson High School. Do you have any insight on Tucson High? I know they're 6A. Mm-hmm. How valid, how strong is their program?
In the position I am as a coach, most of the teams that are in high school, I either know the coach personally or have coached some of those girls. So it's always nice to go out there to and have them come play us and just to see the girls that we have been a part of, and to know that regardless of who we're playing, even Tucson High, it's going to be a good game. And, it's an opportunity for us to just continue to grow as a program and to get better. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. And there's no team, just like the Brandon Bean, there's no team that you can take half-heartedly and say, oh, well, we're just going to beat this team because of stats. It's not. Whoever comes out to play has an opportunity to win, and that's what makes soccer special.
Well, I have to say, it was great. I saw your son Brendan out here, and he talked to us at halftime and gave us some really relevant insights and assessment about what was going on here. Your wife, the assistant coach on Salpointe, and your daughter Mia, how proud are you? How interesting of a dynamic is it? Very rare, I'd imagine, to have this confluence of players and coaching at the same place.
It's great. It is. I went to Salpointe. My wife went to a different school and is out coaching here, and so it's awesome because we both have our own opportunities to be our own individuals as coaches and as people, but we also coach together in clubs, so it's good because we have that diversity and that ability to do things on our own and then come together in clubs. So it's awesome. And Brendan, my son, he'll tell you every player and every stat. Like, he just knows his stuff. So
that's awesome.
That's why he's on
your staff. Yeah, that's right.
And it's sometimes bad because he'll tell me things I don't want to know.
Right.
Did you know this? I'm like, I don't want to know that right now, Brendan. So it's a good family environment and event that we do. So everyone, both sides, we know the girls. Brendan knows the girls. So, that's what makes Tucson a great community too as well, and as well as Vail.
Well, this is an excellent match here tonight, Tony Torres. I'm proud of you and your girls, and I'm excited. I'm excited about Thursday at Tucson High.
Oh, it's actually it's at Cienega.
Oh, it's at Cienega at Tucson High, so a home match. So make sure you come out on Thursday night, 6 o'clock, same cat time, same cat channel. The Bobcats will look to rebound against Tucson High School on Thursday. Great effort here tonight. Tell your girls an excellent effort here
appreciate
tonight.
it. Thank you, guys.
Tony, thank you,
Mr. Kramer.
All right, Bobcat TV. All right, and we're hoping to get some Lancers here. I think they've been waiting patiently here. Filling some time here. I figured I'd go right to the top here and talk to Coach Tony Torres. So what we're going to do here, we can just kind of hold this like a microphone. It's kind of awkward. It would be weird to take the headset off and on here. So Kate Connolly, we'll start with you first here. We've got Morgan Campbell, who's doing color commentary as well.
All right.
And you can talk very close to it.
Okay.
So, Kate, 2 goals here tonight from distance. I don't know. They seem like almost similar. I don't know if they're on the same side of the field or not. My memory's not fantastic, but I guess they were the same, both in the first half here.
Mm-hmm.
What's your range? I mean, once you cross the 40-yard line, are you in striking distance? When you step on the pitch, are you in striking distance? I don't know.
Yeah, since I've been little, I've always been able to strike it from a far distance. So when I have the shot and I have the space, I shoot it when I can. And I got some good shots off tonight, and I'm very grateful for that.
What does this mean for you tonight? I know you're back-to-back defending champions, but to open up your regular season, you had a very strong showing in Brandon Bean, and then to win your regular season, your opener here at home at Salpointe in front of these great fans.
Well, we knew Cienega was a really good challenge for us. They're a higher division. We know the team. There's really good players on the team, so we knew it was going to be a challenge. But to get a win and be able to yeah.
Right.
Yeah, just to. It felt good to do.
Yes.
At the beginning of the season.
And you're very familiar with a lot of these girls. You play club, the
Yeah.
circles. I talked to Morgan about 1 degree of separation, not 6 degrees of separation.
Yeah.
So a very close-knit group. But congratulations.
Thank
Excellent
you.
job here tonight. Best of luck with your season.
Thank you so much.
All right, Kate Connolly. Very well. Very, very nicely done. Kylie Oliver, super freshman. What was it like for you? Minute 87, Cienega had just scored the tying goal in minute 83, and you come back here near side, I don't know, maybe about 20 yards out or plus going far side. You just kind of tucked it into that far post. You were thinking goal at that moment. Can you walk us through that sequence?
Well, I say all my shots are luck. I never really know what's going to happen, but I was planning on crossing the ball, but it didn't really happen like that, and I made a goal.
Well, you can say luck, but I'll say skill. So I like that you're being humble about this whole experience. What does it mean for you as a freshman to join this powerhouse program? There's a mystique, there's an aura about playing at Salpointe Catholic High School. What has it been like to blend in with these upperclassmen here?
Oh, very stressful. No, it's really fun. It's really fun being able to play with the upperclassmen as a freshman.
Excellent. Kylie Oliver, I like your sense of humor. Great job, and best of luck with your season.
Thank you.
All right, and then we've got the great defender here, Grace Kaufman-Fuller, number 23. So cool back there, so poised as a defender, making plays seemingly effortlessly here tonight. Your defense, very strong. What does this win mean for you in terms of resiliency to give up the lead and then to come back and win the game here in the last 2 minutes?
I think it shows a lot for our team. It shows that we can stay composed, stay together, and be able to do what needs to be done to be able to pull out through the end. I'm really proud of our girls. We had a lot of injuries, and the girls who stepped on the field were able to come through and be able to get the win and step up into positions, and we're all very proud of everybody who did something tonight, even the people on the bench.
Very nice, and you guys are right back into the routine, right back into business. Thoughts or feelings on the Brandon Bean? You had a great showing as a team in the Brandon Bean Kickoff Classic. We know that a bounce here, a bounce there. Things could have been different for you guys against Ironwood Ridge, but looking forward to your 4A season as you move forward, what can we expect from you girls?
A lot of hard work, a lot of heart, and a lot of pride trying to defend what we've done before. I think that our entire team is bought into the idea of being able to get back to where we were, and I think it's just going to be a lot of hard work and dedication and blood, sweat, and tears to be able to do it again.
Sounds great. It's a pleasure to meet you girls. Thank you so much, and best of luck with the rest of your season. We really appreciate it. Okay, so if you go on to our YouTube channel on Bobcat TV, I think we ran out of battery on our live feed, but we'll upload the whole match tomorrow or the day after, sometime soon, so you girls can watch the match, listen to my awful commentary. Morgan did a great job on color commentary. It's great to meet you girls. Best of luck, and thank you so much. All right, Morgan, do you want to sign off here with me? Any last thoughts here before we check out? You get the last word. How about that?
Okay, well, I kind of have to hurry because Tony's leaving me. But it's an excellent game by Salpointe and Cienega, and it makes me excited for the season.
Great match. I'm excited, too. Morgan, great job tonight. For Morgan Campbell, I'm Jason Miller. I want to thank Josh Kramer with Bobcat TV. We'll see you soon for some sporting event. It's going to be girls basketball, boys basketball, girls soccer, boys soccer, wrestling. I don't know. Something's coming up soon, though. So stay for it. We have one wrestling match. I think it's on the 12th of December. Don't quote me, but we're going to bring that wrestling match to you as well. So thanks for tuning in for Bobcat TV. I'm Jason Miller signing off. Peace.